Thank you very much, and let me appreciate you for going around with us today. Today is a bit more difficult than how physically fit you are. Um, Very well important that when we went to the area, there was called Kagine. You can see how happy the residents were, very happy, and that's what governance is all about. Impacting on the lives of the people. I'm happy that they are happy and they were well received. And then we went to Guarimpa. It's a major job. I am even afraid whether that completion period by Interim Festival. But it's a major job, it's a job that is work to be done. I'm happy what we have seen there. It's a major turnaround of other cities concerned. I commend the company, CCC, I commend Lubrix. And now when the mindset got that if you came here with us last time, you don't have Godi, there was Godi outside. But that land had been reclaimed, we've gotten it back, and we're going to put another court there. I commend also the contractor, the Nemiki, who is out doing this job. I believe that before the end of the year, this job will also be completed. So we are satisfied with what we have seen. We are very impressed that the promises made to their people have been fulfilled. Again, is what the New Hope agenda is all about. So we're happy.
All right, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Beyond the project inspection, we've gotten one, two messages from residents about an increasing case of armed robbery between the hours of 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. at night. And I know that you get security reports. Has this formed part of your security
I
reports?
don't agree with you. I would disagree with you that more armed robbery cases, I would disagree. You don't have to. Because DSS said the foreign attempt of someone who impersonated was using a fake pistol to harass people. See, we have to be careful of what we sell to the public, and we have to be careful. I'm not saying there are not one or two incidents of crime, but to say the armed robbery has increased in Abuja, I don't agree. Very much, I will not agree to that because we have a security report. If armed robbery happens, police will notify. It will be on the report. So, but I do know that there are one or two crimes that have taken place, and the security agencies are up to the task.
Okay, Your Excellency, sir, let's take you to politics. In line with the INEC guideline, yesterday being 19 has been campaign has been lifted, and all the leading presidential candidates have been up and doing to see that how to convince their supporters. Then one of the leading presidential candidates, Mr. Atiku, who said in 2022 that he's going to remove fuel subsidy in his first 100 days in office, came out to say that if elected, he's going to restore the fuel subsidy. As an advocate, a leading advocate of Mr. President, what would you say to that?
I disagree with you that Atiku is one of the leading candidates. I disagree with you. You have only one leading candidate, and that's Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I've told people this will be the easiest election. Why did I say so? I'm saying so because you have no opposition. Opposition is not merely because parties have presented their candidates. No opposition is united to say, really, we want to remove this government in power. And so, for me, I see that there was no opposition in 2023 than now. And that 2027 is gone. It's gone because you don't have any opposition that want to wrestle power from the government. Now, let me also tell you, and that's why we need to ask ourselves, the integrity and consistency of leadership. For Atiku, who is confused, who acts like a voodoo economist, Atiku will say anything just to be president. This was a man in 2022 that he was going to remove the fuel subsidy because it was a fraud. Now in 2026, he was not going to remove the fuel subsidy. Is he going back to the fraud, which he has alleged that fuel subsidy was? You know, we should be able to be consistent in what we say to our people. That's what leadership is all about. Leadership is not you coming out, you say one thing in the morning, in the afternoon, you say a different thing, in the night, you're talking about a different thing. That's not it. If Atiku should be fair, today, under the Petroleum Act, under the Petroleum Industry Act, NNPC has been fully commercialized. It's now a limited liability company. It's no longer the sole importer or producer of fuel. It's not. Unlike what it used to be. Is it going to give fuel subsidy in the Dangote refinery? The fuel produced by Dangote refinery? It's not going to be possible. Tell people the simple truth. All I thought you would have argued. Yes, I still believe in the removal of fuel subsidy. And I think that the service made would have been utilized in this way or that way. In that case, look at that's okay. It's making a point here. Maybe government have not looked at utilizing this service in this area. But to say one thing in 2022, then in the next few years, they are saying, who is misleading who? And that's why I tell you, we Nigerians, we should stop, listen to who just down to the gallery. How can you say you want to be president of the country? You can never be consistent. You say whatever that, let the people hear, let them vote me in. I just want to be president. Whatever I hook or crook, it doesn't matter. In any case, you won't be. Because Nigerians have known that he does not believe in the survival of this country. The policy taken by Mr. President to go to fuel subsidy, and which has been taken. Look at what the Minister of Finance said. Look at the savings. I heard the money was shared amongst the tiers of government. It now behoves on us to go back to ask our local government, ask our states what we are able to use the fund for. But the Minister of Finance came out categorically. Look at the amount of money we have saved and see what we did by sharing to this tier of government, by sharing to this tier of government. So everybody got. What you use your own now is a different thing. So we must commend the government for consistency. For look, this is a crime, this is a problem, this is a common cancer in our system. And if the president did not hit to it by removing that fuel subsidy, most states today, you have been seeing a lot of strike by workers. Nobody talks about the non-payment of the pension. Nobody talks about non-payment of salary. Before, for you to pay salary, you will beg and beg the banks to give you money. With all those things that is of the past. So the food economists are to do is they have nothing to offer this country.
Final question.
Your Excellency, sir, please permit me to take you back to the area council chairman. Most of the people are complaining that you are doing so much and they seem to be sleeping. What is your comment? How are you going to wake them up?
They are the people who elected them. They should ask them. I did not appoint them. They were elected. So everybody has his own constitutional role. Let them not say we are coordinating and we are working together. If there's anything they want the local government council to do, they should come up to say, area council chairman of AMAC, see what you want. Buhari, see what you want. It's not a question of staying in the house and you are complaining what? And I don't even believe, because I was one time a council chairman. Maybe the areas they may not have concentrated, but to say they are doing nothing, I don't agree.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.